bar. We go right into down stretch. Knees go down, feet flex, bring the foot bar up to the highest setting. Good. Feet flex. And remember down, so yes, feet flex against the shoulder pads. See, Katie, if you can get your heels back a smidge more. And without moving the carriage, hips come forward, chest and head lift up, okay? I'm gonna do classical breath work here. Breathe out as you press through the heels. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Through your heels, keep the knees down. Inhale, return, lifting the breastbone. Exhale, press through the heels. Yeah, see smooshing here. Good, very good. Inhale, return, like you have a little bird pulling a string. Wow, up, and it's way up here. Lift your chin. Exhale, press here. So breathe out. Good. And then return. So this is the bone that's coming forward. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, press here. And as you breathe out, you're here. Good. Inhale, lift up, up, up. We go into up stretch. Pike yourself back, heels lift up, knees lift up, and your heels come down halfway. Okay. So thumb with the fingers, take a minute, remind yourself you're in your core, not your wrists, and plug those scapula. Good. The movement here, press the heels out, the carriage will move. Your hips come towards my hands here. Good. Your heart and your fern curl come over the bar, over the bar. Hey, that was awesome. And then you pike back, let your head fall, and you'll be perfect. You just look at your legs the whole time, and then press the carriage out. Good, hips come forward. Now keep looking at your legs as you come forward, over the bar, over the bar. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then pike back. Good news, only one more. Press back, lower your hips. Good. Now plug your shoulders and fern curl deeply as you move forward. 2, good. Pike back for elephant, your heels lower, toes lift. Take a minute, all of you, and lift your rib cage off and plug your shoulder blades. Good. Soften your knees. This is just a teaching cue. Soften your knees and wrap your thighs. That will create space for your psoas and your groin. Here we go. Press the carriage out through the heels. Okay. Soften your knees and wrap your thighs. And then deepen your ribs so the carriage has space to come in. Okay.
Is my back straight
up here? It is fern curled. Good. Plug. Nice. Press out. Good. And then you wrap and you draw in. So the knees, I want you to think soft knees right now. Just lock knees, pulls on the back too much. Here you go, pull up here and plug here. Yeah, can you pull these ribs higher? Yeah. Do one more. Right back, good. And for you, look good. Can you plug these babies down? Nice, and I want you to soften your knees and just see if you can get your tail feathers. Yeah, back a little further. 2 and 1. Carefully step off the side, just in time to move on to a different series. So you slide the pad forward just as it is for stomach massage. Okay? Bring the foot bar down to the lowest setting. Again, not classical, but how I teach you. So we start with round back. Add a blue spring. Eventually we have 2 blues on there. And let's start you with your heels on the frame, just to warm up these joints a little more. Not that you're not warmed up, but a little nicer. Okay, so your heels are on the frame. Again, this is a modified teaching for those of you planning to study Pilates seriously, okay? Your hands wrap around the front edge of the carriage. You pull your sacrum forward and then fern curl your rib cage in and up, okay? Lengthen the carriage out. Lifting out of your sacrum, but keeping your fern curl, Jen, and then draw the carriage back in. Beautiful. We go again. You lengthen out, lifting out of the low back, and draw back in. You all look good. And exhale. This is beautiful. Lift off of here, but pull this deeper. Yeah, very good. And in. And press out. While you're there, put your toes up so your feet move up, toes on the foot bar. And then you get to experience lowering the heels. So lower the heels under the bar, lift the heels, and draw the carriage back in. And you press out, lower the heels, push through your big toes to lift the heels, and bend in. One more, press out, lower the heels, lifting out of the sacrum, lift, and come all the way in. While you're there, feet stay, take off the blue spring for flat back. Hands on the shoulder pads, elbows soft. Lift out of your sacrum. Okay, good. Lift the head out of the water, beautiful. So we go right to flow, press out, lift, lower the heels, lift the heels, and draw the carriage in. Good, so you're gonna think of having a squidgy. Your knees can go a little wider, so press out. Yep, press out. Lower the heels only to the point where they stay together. Yeah, and then lift. Yeah, just keep the knees a little safer. And coming in, nice. Elbows are soft because you're lifting from here. Good, press out, lower the heels, lift the heels, come in creating space for the groin. One more, press out, lower the heels, lift the heels, and then come all the way in. We do reach. Stretch the arms, lift, press and lengthen out, up out of the sacrum, hold. As you come in, it's like your sacrum's coming forward. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Lengthen out. Arms a little higher, Sarah. And then exhale, coming in, in, in. Lengthen out. You're holding yourself up. You should be proud. Exhale, come in, in, in. Now inhale here. Press and breathe out, twist. Good, lift those heels. It doesn't matter which side you come on. Inhale, as long as you switch. Exhale, twist and we dance. Lift these heels, inhale, come in. So as you twist back, your sacrum stays forward. Twist, bring your sacrum forward, good. And breathe out, feel your obliques, grab your ribs and twist you. Better, Jen. One more each way. Twist and breathe out. And come in. Lifting your head out of the water, beautiful. Twist and breathe out. And come in. Tendon stretch, AKA scary one is next. Foot bar goes up to the highest setting. Turn your pad. Yeah, so it's just off the edge. Okay, now it is up to you. At this point, your body's gonna be fatigued, whether you wanna go or just practice lifting, okay? But we'll do 3 reps if you wanna go. So you have a seat, you want grippies? This will keep you from slipping. It'll give you a smidge more, like less fear factor, you know, or a smidge less fear. Okay. Okay, thumb with the fingers. All right. Without moving the carriage. First find Pilates V. And remember, yes, good. And those heels, feel this. You can actually see this. One of the few times we actually use these mirrors. Squeeze the heels into each other so you feel something happen here. Feel that. And that's part of this lifting structure. Okay, so you pull up and you're lifting, hugging all of this infrastructure together. Lift your hips without moving the carriage, and you pull up. You still have this mega hug happening. Now enjoy the stretch before you even move the carriage. Lower your heels. Whew. Okay, now, if you want to drop your head a little more, scarier, but you're okay. Now press the carriage out through your heels. Okay, that's it. And then you pull up, exhale, pull back up. Up, up. You're only gonna do 2 more, okay? And then lengthen. Nice, Sarah. Up. Yeah, you wanna keep those arms strong and straight. Good, one more. No bending of the elbows is basically it. One more. Whoa. And then pull this left side up. Pulling up 3. Pulling up 2. Take 1. Let your head fall. Have a seat on your foot bar. Nice, and you can step off. Nice, beautiful. You're gonna pull, create space here, and we go up 3. Up 2, lifting 1, have a seat on your foot bar. Y'all are awesome. You're gonna change out your handles for the loops. Pilates is exhausting.
I like this whole format better. It's better for my brain.
Yeah, it's also week 3. It's like, yeah, that's what I mean. It's not so much different as it is, we now have content to put together. Okay, once you set that up, your grippy pad goes back. And your foot bar goes down. We grace you with a nice exercise. All the way down for now. Just get it out of the way. Leg circles and frog. We're gonna use, and your grippy pad will go back, Sarah, and then your feet will go in the big loops once you lie down. 2 yellows, yep. I'm gonna move this out of your way. There you go. There you go. Okay. So this would be at the end of a 6 weeks, this is the flow, right? We'd spend the 5 weeks working on all the nitty gritty and then you'd get to experience flow. You got it. You can hold, sometimes you are flexible enough, but it's sometimes easier to hold there and then pull them. Yeah, and then you're going in the big. Okay, so start with frogs, just lengthening the legs out and drawing back in. Nice, yes, good. squeezing, and you press out, and you feel that hug in between the sits bones and drawing. This is like a nice reset. So you're gonna keep your V the width of my fist, and the knees will follow suit, right? And then you lengthen, breathe out. Good. And as you come in, I don't want you to add weight to my hand. So as you fold in, okay, it's just a fold in the hip, the spine doesn't change. And then when you generate power to push out, it doesn't load my hand either. Yeah, that's gonna save your back. Yes, good. Nice. Nice, softening there, throat long, and draw in. Lift your head just for a minute. This one's good now, okay. And then lengthen out. And with circles, we'll flow, we'll go up, open, down, and around. And up, open, down. See if you can soften your knees a smidge to keep your pelvis from moving. Can you just move your femurs, the feet following, so that the pelvis isn't affected by where your legs are going, okay? And then change your directions, going out. And then we pull, and our low back isn't moving, our pelvis isn't moving, the legs are. See if you can flex your feet, Rebecca, right now to just soften the tension of, it's not so much that they slide off your foot, but you know, not actively pointed. Good, throat's long, one more. Circling around, opening the inner thigh. Bend in, and take the straps off your feet. I'm gonna grab these from you. We're just gonna dump them in the box. Whoop, you step off, set your foot bar up to middle setting for knee stretches. You are almost finished. Middle, yeah. Nice. Okay, setting up for knee stretches. Hands on the foot bar, knees down on the carriage, feet flex against the shoulder pads. Okay, without moving the carriage, push your hips back and round your spine. Good. Can you plug your shoulders? Good. And press the carriage out through the heels. Hold. Now knees will stay down. Extra credit for that attempt though. And then draw the carriage in. You press out a little and then pull in. Now, where's this fern curl? Really pull. Good. Press up and then pull in. Good. And pull in. Good. Plug the shoulders. Last two. Good. Now keep those arms straight, Rebecca, so your arms aren't changing. Good. Come in. Now go to flat back, which means, yep, sexy back, Jen and Sarah. You're gonna bring your knees wider, and I want you to keep your back around. I want you to do like 3 more of those. Okay, so bring your hips back. Now you stay here, your knees come in, but your hips stay back here. Okay, now pull the carriage all the way in. Get it, there you go. Okay, and then you can arch your back. Good, hips are back, and it's that same emphasis. So see how far back you are? In. Good, press out and pull in. In, good, plug the shoulders, you look really good. Lift your chin out of the water, Sarah. 4, knit those ribs. 3, good. Plug 2 and 1. Bring the carriage all the way in, fern curl. Scoop so much up that your knees just hover. It's one of the first things we did in class today. Hold, plug these scapula. Can you pull this breastbone up and get your knees lower to the mat and press out and pull in, pull in. So we're gonna go for 8. You might only be able to do like 2 at this point, right? But keep lowering up, pull and plug, get those knees lower. That's it. That's exhausting. Once you've finished, you may gracefully step off, add a red spring, and lie down for running. What's that? So hard, so hard. Just watching it, yes, yes. That's actually a tough one. Yep, I agree. Oh, I love it. Put your foot bar, yes, to high setting. It's pretty cute. Okay, lying down, you've made it almost, right? Feet together, toes on the foot bar, and parallel. All right, take a minute, hug the arms, hug the thighs, lengthen the throat, and lengthen the carriage all the way out. And run, and we lift and lift. Go ahead to a parallel foot, yeah, together. So, running, it'll be one at a time. Yeah, and yeah, you can kind of get mindless at this point, but just think, I'm lengthening my heel against my knitted, imprinted ribs. And that opens up that middle back space where you probably carry most of your posture from. We want to kind of distribute that work. 3, and you're going to be like, I'm showing off my ankle to the stars. Good. And lift, and lift. Last 2, and 1. Good. Ankle bones hug together. Lift your heels up high. Lift them high. Straight legs. Lift high, lift high. Draw the carriage in just halfway. Hold. Now hug those ankle bones together. Drop your tail feathers, Rebecca. Beautiful. And lift your heels higher as you, draw the carriage in. 2, Last one, pelvic lift. Heels out to the corners. I'm gonna have you put your headrest down for this. Wrap your thighs. Lift your head, there you go. Arms by your side. Now just curl the pelvis under and press the carriage out. So you keep Zyphe knitted. So we stop the buck there, it doesn't load. Now press out, hold. Feel how your hips open. Feel your spine open. And then resist, folding in the knee, folding in the hip, folding in the ankle. Good, 2 more. Make sure the breastbone is knitted. Last 2. Good, see if you can pull this down a little bit more. Get this bone to touch the mat. There you go. And then draw in. 1 more, lengthen and draw in. And then imprint 1 bone at a time as you come down. 2, 1, pelvis releases at the bottom. Nice job, ladies, that was hard. Good job. Sleep well tonight. Yay! Very, very good.